Where my girls at?
Taking the spicy note, keep it locked in.
Where my girls at?
Keep on watching while the beat keep knocking.
Where my girls at?
You love the flow, it's the ladies' show.
Where my girls at? Yeah. Where my girls?
All right, everybody, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Today we got El Malik. Did I say that right? El Malik Moore, and she's gonna get into her movie. She's gonna get into what she's done before, and we're gonna have a good time with that, everybody. So for right now, we are gonna get right to it. A woman named Ivy Anna has a meltdown because her music is not making her money.
How fucking long do I have to keep doing this shit to make money off of this shit, bro? I got 100,000 fucking followers on Instagram. I have 50,000 followers on TikTok. Nobody wanna give me money. I don't wanna start an OnlyFans. My music career is fucking trash. I have 40 fucking monthly listeners. What the?
So what in the world should she do, Guru?
Get a real job. Get a real job. Or hire someone to do some marketing.
You're gonna have to start that OnlyFans. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, you need to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
No, because I feel like a lot of people think that followers translate to money. And that is the furthest thing from the truth. Like, people are willing to watch you all day, but are they going to buy your merchandise? Are they going to come to your concerts and come and see you perform? Like, that's totally different, you know? And the way that streaming is, you're not going to make it, you know, you have to really make great music or have collabs where you can generate that money, because like what? Like, streams are like a couple of cents or something like that per streaming and everything. So she has to have a better strategy, find a marketing analyst that can help her out, go back and go to the streets and find out what people are really listening to, and get a real job. Like I'm saying, but
Even a good artist.
next.
Is she
But
even a
that's
good artist?
embarrassing to even do that. Like, why are you gonna go crying to the internet that you're not getting money? Like, I don't know. That's embarrassing.
That's
But you know what?
gonna
It's a dry begging, because even Chris Brown was doing it. It's dry begging. You know, it's not cute. It's not cute at all.
Wait, is she even a good artist? It's just like, okay, they might be watching her because she crashes out. They don't like her music. They watch people like that now. They're watching you because, oh, look at this. It looks like garbage. That's why they're watching. They're looking for a crash out. The more you crash out, the more you look tragic, you got viewers. But that doesn't mean they're gonna buy. They might not even like she might not even have quality music.
Mm-hmm.
And why did she say her only option was OnlyFans? Like it
She
sounded
already
like
know what she brings
Doesn't
to
want to
the
get a
table.
real job.
She know
Generation.
what she brings to the table.
Generation. It sounds generational to me. Is she Gen Alpha? Gen Alpha. She's Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha has all kinds of thoughts. All kinds of just strange thoughts.
she was like, I don't want to just start a OnlyFans. It's like, yo, is that the only option that you could come up with in your mind?
Other than that, remember
doesn't
back in the
have to
day,
be
you
the
used to get
talent.
on the corner. She can't get on the corner now, so that's the new corner.
Get on the corner.
Yeah.
They still got corners. We'll
No,
still
they
have
got the
corners.
corners, but she ain't gonna go on them corners. She gonna find the elite, the exquisite corners. You know.
You see what that bag? They want to run up the bag so quick that they don't even know how to invest in something
Yes.
to get something back. So she
Yeah.
didn't get what she wanted that quick. So the next thing to do is to go on OnlyFans
Yes.
and run up a bag.
By
Real quick.
shaking her tail feather.
You know?
You was better off showing your feet and your manny and
That's
petties or
what
something.
they
You know, she should have did that or
She's
something.
gonna be that creative, a hand model, a
That's
foot
what I'm
model.
saying. Like, you know what I mean?
Play with
I'm
ice
pretty sure
cream.
your toes aren't bad looking. Your kneecaps, it's elbow. I don't give a damn.
Look, squeeze fruit on your toes. I don't know.
Let me
but
tell
no,
you, they
that's
will pay for that. Use your
not gonna
mind,
be
sister.
that.
Use your mind.
It's a terrible thing to waste. Okay.
Okay.
Use your feet. Use your feet.
Okay.
Use your feet, bob and weave, right? Bob and use your
It's
feet.
in.
Hey gurus, following weeks of speculation, Angela Simmons has confirmed her split from Memphis rapper Yo Gotti. Simmons confirmed the rumors during a sit-down on Angie Martinez, the legendary radio host, asked, "Are you telling me right now you're in your single girl era again?" So gurus, I thought marriage was in the works. What's the deal with this situation? What's going on with Yo Gotti and Angela Simmons?
He about to go to jail and she don't want to go with him. That's it. She said, listen, it was fun while it lasted, but gotta go. I gotta think about me, Lucius. Okay? That's exactly what that was.
She also got her own bag, so she didn't even have to sit around and
That's
wait
what I'm
for
saying.
him.
Like, she don't need this. Like, this was fun while it lasted, but I gotta hit the road.
And
Yeah.
especially if you're not putting a ring on it, like where are we going?
Yeah.
Like sometimes we get to these places, it's like we are at the train is at the last stop, right? Now what are we doing? We gotta go.
And word on his curb is he got a nurse, a regular nurse that he been messing with for years. Just for her a G-Wagon.
Yeah, but he ain't trying to marry her.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Shorty don't want to probably be married either. Give me my stuff while,
You know what I'm saying?
Give me my stuff.
You know?
All I know is he got a couple of charges on they looking at him for a couple of stuff. So I already know if it ain't got nothing to do with women wise, it damn sure got to do with that.
There you go.
You don't want to be tied down to nobody that got to go to jail.
You don't want to be in Memphis right now.
Yeah, that's your life. That ain't my life.
And she'll need her family caught up in that anyway. You got Russell
Exactly.
Simmons over in Bali doing whatever he's doing. She don't need to be caught up into anything
So
else.
she's like, so running is in their genes. So yeah.
Pastor Father's probably not having it. Run is probably not having it. It's like,
At
yeah,
all.
okay. You know what?
Trackstar
Yeah, exactly. Now with you.
Trackstar Energy.
It was reported that he said, "I want a freak, not a Jesus freak."
What?
Yeah. This is what Yo Gotti said.
Yeah, apparently he
Like,
also
what is
said he
specifying
married
freak?
somebody.
Let me know what a freak is. Like, what's specifying freak? More than one person peeing on me? Like, because I want to know. What is it that she not doing? Sucking your
Remember
feet?
she had no
licking your
rhythm when she
booty?
got on stage with him. Remember she had no rhythm when she got on stage with him? They was just
Oh,
like, what is
Lord.
she doing? Remember they was like, what is she doing? So maybe she can't, when she on top, she can't keep the one and the two together. She can't get the rhythm.
Lord. The rhythm ain't
She gotta
rhythm.
get their rhythm together.
But from what I understand, that Shorty says she wanted to wait till marriage. That was a quote.
Wait till marriage for what? Do it.
Yeah, she's supposed. I think she's from what it
There's no way
she's
she's
a
still a
Christian.
virgin. No way.
Ain't no way.
But again, that's what
Don't
she's saying.
she have a baby already? Isn't she the one that
Yeah,
had the
she
baby?
do.
And
Yeah.
Her baby father was
the baby
killed.
father got killed?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's trying to re-virginize? She re-virginized in between?
Listen, it's the picking and choosing for me. Oh, we gonna do him, but we gonna wait for him.
He wasn't staying around that long without none. So what's the problem?
Yeah, I agree.
I ain't
It
even
was
gonna
definitely
hold you.
tough.
I don't want to wait till no marriage because if your shit is trash, I'm gonna be disappointed, bro. I'm gonna be so hot. Like I just leave you after it's over. Like I don't even want to do this no more. Where is the divorce papers? Cause it ain't it. I'm not about to spend the rest of my life with this. Crazy? Hell nah.
But some people are unimaginative. You know, she might just be like vanilla ice cream. And he went Rocky Road.
Listen
He
now.
went some nuts, some marshmallow,
Listen now.
some other things up in there.
Listen. He probably wasn't ready for that R. Kelly special or something. I don't know. He wasn't on that type of
Where's
time.
the stretch? You're not ready to do the stretch?
That's what I'm saying. You know?
What I do say is the bigger I was way more confident. I think because, like, what are you going to say about me? I know all the things you're going to say. And I would have my days that I would feel low and all of that. And then I will say when I started my fitness journey and like becoming in shape, I felt such a need that I had to keep this up. Like, even if it wasn't for me. I felt like, well, I can't get fat again because everyone's expecting that to happen. And it was also a different type of attention I was now receiving. And then once I got a little older, I was like, well, wait, this is gross. Like I hated that that's why I was getting more attention.
Yeah.
Khloe Kardashian says the bigger I was, she was way more confident, she says. She admits she feared being fat again because, quote, everyone's expecting that, unquote. So, gurus, it's usually when one loses weight, it brings more confidence. So is this a bunch of BS from Khloe Kardashian, or is it coming from a place where she really feels that she really does like the compliments or dislike the compliments? Or maybe she just wanted to have something to say. I don't know.
I'm going with that one. That's what I'm going with. She was just having to say, because I don't think it's ever that deep. Like, okay, you lost weight and everything like that. I feel like she's always been considered the one that is the underdog, I guess, of the Kardashian sisters. So I feel like she's been in competition with her sisters for the longest about her being the chunkier one, or whatever case might be. So now that they're seeing her hourglass figure and everything, that she feels that she needs to continue to do that so that she'll get the endorsements or whatever case might be. But if you are happy with yourself, that's all that matters. And I feel like the Kardashians is so focused as a unit, not just her, but the whole family brand is so focused on what outsiders think that it's ridiculous. So yeah,
I mean, Khloe Kardashian looks stunning, man. If
now or before.
But right now, like, I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, she's a beautiful woman right now. But for her to say that, she don't like the like she likes it better when before, I don't know what she's trying to get at, but for anybody that goes through a transformation and they look a lot better than what they did, how are you not gonna appreciate people appreciating your new you?
There's a certain standard that she feels that she has to meet. Like, okay, and plus she is a person that would have a tendency to get bigger, right? So it might be that she has to work a little extra harder to keep a certain shape.
I used to be big, much bigger. I say I lost about 120 pounds. So I understand what she's talking about. You do like the compliments, but also those are compliments you didn't get when you were fat. So it's kind of like, are you really are you being around me just because I look this way? Or are you actually trying to be my friend or trying to be, sincere? So it's kind of like, I get what she's saying. And then also, like, body dysmorphia is a real thing. Like, I put on clothes and I'm still like, oh, I'm not that size. I'm still a 12 and I'm not. But like, it's in my head that I am. I look in the mirror and I'm like, I still look the same. Or like, I see like I'm losing weight, but it's not like, it doesn't really like look toned or look like I want it to look or look like the people in the magazines. Like, it just messes with your head a lot. So yeah, I get it.
I think it's like, for lack of a better term, that's what I'm going to say, because I'm smaller now than I ever was. I'm like about like I'm kind of like 6'8", but in the music industry, when I came in, I was always like that. When we used to have 7'9", 11, 13, I was always bigger because the music industry always wanted a size 4. Anytime they bought clothes, it was a size 4. I was always a Beyonce size, right? When she was bigger, I was always, and it wasn't a bad size, but it was always obese for the music industry. And it created a space where you were always just conscious about this and about that and a role and a this and a that. And I think, you, for lack of a better term, a complex, right? Because you are used to being, even though your body looks like this, you spent your whole time in this other body. And because you spent your whole time in this other body, it's kind of like you have still the tendency, you have the thinking from the other body, even though you physically look different. And you're like, I'm fat, and somebody's like, you're not. And you're like, yes, I am. Like somebody's like, you're not. And I think, yeah, and I think for her to be in that house with all of those other people and all of their shapes and what that competition looks like, it's like, you know, you're the taller one, you were the bigger one, you were definitely taller than everybody else, and it's like that's a lot of competition and a lot of, not saying that I mean, I believe they have enough money to make this work, right? Whatever shots you can get, whatever this you can get, whatever kind of body pushing and body shaping and all the rest of that. So I don't think it's all on her to like sweat it out like the rest of us, but I still think it's hard being in that house up against, you know, what that looks like. Everybody's like, you know, fitting into this and fitting into that. And like the physical is so important in that household. It's like the food, thin and beautiful, and you're a Kardashian. Like, this is what you have to do. The mother's was getting the one that has all the line and stuff like that. She got like a nose job and a whole face cut over.
Yeah.
You put the side by side. You're like, what is that? Like, who is that? Who is that?
Yeah.
Whole face done at 16. A gift. And what does that look like? Your mother being like, like, I get it, but you're not fitting in with the rest of us. So you got to get rid of that face and get a new one.
Hey Gurus, the rapper Scarlett was in an interview where she talked about taking in a big budget, but seemed to not know how the music industry budgets work. The interviewer had to school Scarlett around the fact she had to repay or recoup what a record label gives her as an artist. Did you guys see this interview?
No, I didn't see it.
Try to offer me $100,000. Somebody offered $250,000. Then now somebody offered $800,000, and we just gotta keep it going, man. Gotta raise the bar, raise the price up.
All these dollar amounts are all loans. It's not like they're really giving it to you in your pocket. They're saying, okay, we're going to give you $1 million, but you have to earn that back. Really kind of like a bank. Like, okay, we're going to give you this million, we're going to give you this budget and blah, 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 but you got to earn it all back until you see any profit after that, which is the whole point. You don't want that million to be the last amount of money.
So wait, you don't keep the money they give you?
Not exactly.
We're talking about Scarlett here. I mean, we're not talking about somebody that just broke into the industry. This is a person who has worked with Swiss Beats, who has worked with different people. How does she not know that when you get a loan, you got to pay that back?
Because they don't think it's a loan. They think that they're getting money because they hot. Oh, let me give you some money because you hot. And you're like, oh, yes, I got money because I'm hot now. And then spend it all. And then they hit your ass with that bill. Like, that's textbook 101 for art signing labels or anything like that. That's like textbook 101. You not going to give nothing and expect not to repay something back. That's not how the world works. That's not how it goes. Okay?
I think that a lot of them get caught up, not just what Deb said about them being hot, but into everybody liking them and, you know, just all the fame and the glitz. And it's like, okay, somebody's willing to give me money, because a lot of times they're doing free shows. Like, I don't like, even though Scarlett has been a known name, you're still having to pay to be on the mic. You're still having to pay to be at certain venues.
Absolutely.
So when you're having to dish out all that money and somebody's willing to be like, oh, I'm going to give it to I mean, like I said, I'm always skeptical. So I'm like, what strings are attached to this?
Too.
Let me know. But some people are so, you know, caught up in the social media part of it. Oh, I'm getting likes, people doing this and everything like that. And, you know, you're starting to build a fan base that they feel like almost maybe somewhat entitled to this money because it hasn't been given to them. So I think that might be a little bit of that, but I don't know how old Scarlett is, and I feel like that's just natural naivete.
I know she's young. I would say I would probably give it from between the ages of 23 to 27. So yeah.
So you mean to tell me everybody just taking advantage of her and ain't nobody told her at this point that, yo, you got to pay this bread back?
There's no way though.
They'll give you, if they say it's $1 million deal, they'll say, okay, you get a certain amount of money up front, but then we're gonna budget $1 million for your project, meaning that 200,000 might come from, you know, your promo tour. Like the label's gonna have to pay for all that. Your hair and makeup, your stylist and your makeup artist, the label's paying for that, but you're really paying for it yourself, right? But they're going to lend you the money up front. They're going to say this is part of your $1 million deal, but you know, this amount will go to your makeup artist, this amount will go to your stylist, this amount will go to your travel, this amount will go to the promo, this amount will go for your studio time, and you know, the whole point is that you want to sell a project that makes 2 or 3 million,
Right.
that ultimately, after you earn back that $1 million, then you'll have some profit at the end. But keep aware that that's how these labels work. It's not really $1 million in your pocket. I mean, you know, maybe some deals are, but most deals are not like that.
Wow.
But see, my first foray into all of what what I'm going to be talking about later is I was signed to Motown in recording artist, signed to Motown in 1992, 76, 69, a 4-girl group, travel here, internationally, all of that. The music industry has changed a lot from then to now, but one thing that hasn't changed is that there's no educating of artists. Nobody educates artists. If a person wants to sign an artist, they usually want an artist that knows nothing, that's just caring about being creative, that's just caring about recording, because then you got a manager and you got people that kind of swoop down. Now, I'm not saying any of this is happening to her, but I know it has happened to other artists where it is, you're a commodity that people can see. You're a product, and people can see they can make money off of it. And in that moment, everybody swoops down. You got a manager, you got a this, you got a that, because people are seeing, what I can do, what I can do. Yes, they're pouring money into it, but at the end of the day, lots of times you don't know where you're paying from, because she kind of thought that maybe they're taking money from album sales, not straight out the pocket or this or that. Something, and then there are contracts, and then I'm not saying this is her situation, but I'm saying you're caught up in a situation where you have nothing. You have no rent, you have no place to stay, you have no this, you have no that. And then people come down and they're giving you an advance and a this and a that. Okay, help it. You're really, it's a desperate situation, right? You need it, right? You need it. We're supposed to be taking 30% of anything that they're giving us and putting it aside for taxes. Don't nobody do that. If you get $3,000, you ain't taking $300 and putting it to the side for tax purposes, because you need the money. And so it's like we're looking at artists that are coming from urban areas, that's coming from low income, that's coming from this, that looking at these things, they're not thinking about that. You look at the Toni Braxton, who had to wind up getting bankruptcy because she had to pay back she had to recoup all of that money for all of her clothes. It happens to lots of different artists who even know better. She's young. I'm not, I don't know who's schooling her. I don't know who's telling her, telling her what, but there can be a lot of confusion, especially as a young person, not knowing too much, where, thinking that sometimes people is helping you out, right? People want to take care of you because that's what they're saying. It's love, it's love, it's love, it's love. We got you, we got you, we got you. And you're the cash train. It is you. You got to pay everybody. And people don't tell that she's a company, and everybody that works with her, the clothes, the this, the that, the tour bus, the travel, all of this stuff comes out of you. And I don't know if somebody told her that, because they don't tell us. Everything comes out of you. You're a business.
That's so crazy. From the documentaries that I've been watching, from the TLC, all those other girl groups coming up, how they were treated terribly, how they making the top #1 hits and then got $1 in your pocket. That is insane. Insane.
Yep.
We've reached a part in our show called your Q&A with the Lady Guru Show. And if you have a question you would like answered, keep DMing your questions to the Lady Guru's Instagram page, and we will try to get you a response. Okay, so here it goes. Hi, ladies. I am dating a rich man. I've been dating him for 3 years, and I have no kids. Throughout these 3 years, I have never asked him for a dime. There was one time when he paid for my apartment furniture when we first started dating. Since then, he hasn't done anything of substance for me. He's not married, he doesn't live with me, and there's nothing in our relationship that suggests he wants to marry me. Am I wrong to think about this in financial terms? But I can't stop thinking that way because I don't know if he values our relationship. How am I supposed to think about this?
Well, maybe he doesn't value your relationship.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Money.
I want to know what
Yeah,
she
that's all I
means
heard.
by substantial, because that's not really giving me too much, because substantial could be emotional support. I mean, I don't know why she's thinking about his pocket so much and the fact that he's rich. Like, what does that mean? He could be rich in spirit and be your cheerleader all day long. Like, what exactly is substantial to you? It sounds like you're more thinking about fiscal and monetary gain rather than what he can overall do as a person. Because, again, not that we don't want somebody that is financially stable, but things could go awry. He might be in the stock market and tomorrow and he be penniless. What is he providing that can build your soul? So I'm like, that's way more substantial than what he has in his pocket. So I feel like her values are askew. That's what my I just don't think that she has the right value system right now. Because that's the first thing that she pointed out was Rich and how he hasn't done anything substantial. And I'm like, and she,
But they've been together for 3 years, though. 3 years. Like, you don't talk about where their relationship is going, where it's headed, what you expect out of it. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I think she's missing a lot of good information that would help us to be better at analyzing it. But I would say at the main thing is what is substantial to you, because I'm only seeing about pocket money and everything like that. She's not saying anything else. Oh, like he's a great this, he helps me out with, he's my cheerleader. We go to church or nothing. All I hear is about monetary stuff. So I'd have to get more information, but for right now, I would say it's much more than that. So,
Well, doesn't it seem like that she's waiting on him? In other words, there are a lot of rich individuals. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot, but there are some, I would think, rich individuals who are rich in mind, who want to see some initiative, who want to see, when you have a seed, you got water, you want to pour on that seed. But if you don't want to pour on that seed, maybe you don't think that seed is worth pouring on to.
Well, I don't know. Did she say anything about exclusivity?
no.
No.
Yeah, so this could really just be that, irons in the fire, like a couple of things on the line. This one, she's cute. Okay, because she said she got some furniture, something that some low, because it depends on how rich she is, right? Because you can have so much money that, like, one of my exes told me, he was just like, yeah, somebody bought you, a rich person gave you $5,000. That's just like a poor person giving you 50. It's just, it equates to the same thing, right? So it's not hurting him to be like, oh, here, take this, throwing you this. So I suspect, listening to that she's just not the only one. She might just be the mistress on the side, but or one of many, and this is where he's throwing to that side of it.
Yeah.
And because she's okay for 3 years with some furniture and nothing large, then it can stay like that.
Well, wouldn't you think though that she maybe is the side girl? Because
Oh, definitely. Because in the message right here, she said in the first sentence is I'm dating a rich man, and then later on down she says he's not married. Well, if you're dating someone, I would hope he wouldn't be married. He's not married. He doesn't live with me.
He's married. But he's married.
what if he? And now is it more tragic if he wasn't married? Is it more tragic that he isn't married than it would be that he was married?
I think it's tragic either way, but I just feel that if he's single, then he should have more preoccupation with the relationship, and it seems like he's not. He's giving her, he's what they call breadcrumbing or whatever case might be, but I just don't. But again, I feel like she's very much focused on the financial aspect of everything, because that's all she talked about. Like, she did not, accept that. Yeah. So, I mean, she started off saying that he's rich. They've been together for 3 years, but she didn't say if she's providing anything for the relationship. Yeah,
If she was more focused on the money side of it, she might be getting more of it. Not getting enough, apparently. And she's upset about that. That's why she's like, what should I do? Should I stay or should I leave? Like,
I say you get what you ask for. Have a conversation. That's all
exactly.
you can do.
And I
Wow.
think she may not want to have a conversation because she knows where that conversation is going to go. After 3 years, perhaps maybe she knows where that conversation is going to go, and she don't want to, you know.
Yeah, she want to get clipped. She don't either want to get clipped or just be told, like, you're the girl, you're the New York girl. I got an LA girl. I got a Minneapolis. I got one in Minneapolis. But it's the New York girl. Okay, stop it. I mean, like we've heard people say, I'm not gonna name any names, but we did hear there was some rumblings in one of these cases that is happening that the conversation was, oh, you're upset because I'm spending my time with somebody else. I gave you $10,000 and that was cool. You're mad because I'm spending a birthday with somebody else. I can't do this right now. That conversation that happened recently. You're mad at me? Okay, well, we can't be on the phone together if you're mad at me because you can't control me. I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing over here.
Hey Gurus, an actor who worked on the Tyler Perry created TV drama The Oval has filed a lawsuit alleging Perry leveraged his industry power to repeatedly sexual assault and harass him while keeping him quiet. The lawsuit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court by actor Derek Dixon, who appeared on 85 episodes of the BET series, seeks at least $260 million in damages. Mr. Perry took to his success and power and used his considerable influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive sexual exploitative dynamic with Mr. Dixon. This is all alleged. Initially promising him career advancements and creating opportunities such as producing his pilot and casting him in his show, only to subject him to escalating sexual harassment, assault and battery, and professional retaliation, the lawsuit says. So, Gurus, what are your thoughts about this lawsuit?
That's real sticky right there,
Sticky.
Of course they're gonna say you want my money, but hey, it could be true what you were trying to do. You know what I mean? But then just try to twist the narrative and say you just want my money. That's always gonna be like, I feel like the ploy, like we always want your money. Like, okay, you're weird, but I guess we'll see how this plays out.
It's like any job, any position. You should not be trying to make friends with your staff. Like, so that's a big no-no anyway. And I feel like Tyler Perry has been in the industry long enough. So it's not even about your money, but it's about boundaries.
Right.
If he's working for you, there's no reason why you should be having a conversation with him about let's talk or let's be my friend or anything like that. That's the issue. That's the biggest part of the issue is right there. If you have a tingling of anything like that, he should have been able to, as soon as that conversation came up, I do have a strong no, and I'm saying no to this conversation or something of that nature. If it was indeed Tyler Perry, he should know having boundaries, not having your cast members and saying, oh, you don't want them to know about our friendship. Well, you shouldn't have had a friendship in the first place. If you want to build a friendship with somebody, make it so that they're no longer working with you. In this day and age, that a person might have a little feels for you or something like that. And you're trying to be like, I would be with a little quid pro quo. And if it's not going your way is when you want to be like, oh, I'm going to expose you. So I think that maybe something didn't go well with what he wanted, with what Derek wanted.
Yes.
And now he's like, you know what? You didn't promise me this. I didn't get this. I'm done with this, friendship. So I feel like at the end of the day, they both are not, on the up and up, but Tyler Perry should know better to even put himself in that situation.
Yep.
That is my
agree.
Wait a minute now. Let me play devil's advocate for a second here.
I don't know how you
There is no law that says the one has to have boundaries. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but what I'm saying is this was a conversation. The text messages were a little wild to me, but you know, hey, look, there is no. I think, in other words, what I'm saying is that I didn't see by reading the text messages. I didn't see where this man could say, "Yo, give me $260 million." You know, like, in other words, how is that going to hold up in court? We didn't see nothing in the text that was that explicit that Tyler Perry had. You know, there was nothing in there that was the only part that he said that could possibly hold up in court is that when he said that, I don't know how it happened, but they ended up in the same bed. And when they ended up in the same bed, supposedly Tyler's hand brushed his thigh.
Yeah, because from what I was hearing was that I guess I don't know if there was an outing or if there was something going on in Tyler's home where he invited a few people over and told him, "Hey, don't go. You don't look too right. You look kind of wasted. I have a guest room. You can, come and take a nap, unload, unwind, you know." So he was like, "Okay, why not?" And that's how he ended up going in that room, undressing himself, going to bed. And then a couple minutes or moments later, here comes an arm underneath my sheet, a whole body in my bed with an arm underneath my sheet touching me. So that's what I got from, some of the information. And there was another time where he was invited over or something like that. And I guess this time was like, "Oh no, you ain't, helping me or something." So it's like, "I'm leaving." I don't want to get the story wrong, but I know for sure he was in that guest room.
I think there's a level of professionalism that should be maintained at all times. I think in the world that we live in, if you know that you're a target, you shouldn't even be engaging with your employees or people that you should have an assistant deal with them. You should really have like a buffer if they need to talk to you about something. You really should make that clear because, I mean, we're looking over and over and over again at celebrities that are finding themselves in these situations, and celebrities are saying that I didn't. But we're seeing celebrities that allegedly are interacting with people one-on-one, especially in a work setting, that you really shouldn't be doing in order to protect yourself. It's like, I understand that people are human, and I get that. But, personally, there's so many other people that you could be interacting with on this planet that are not working for you. Like, you couldn't find somebody else that wasn't working for you. Like, we could have like a separation of power, where we work is where we work, and who we're sleeping with is who we're sleeping with. And they're two separately distinct areas, and they don't cross each other.
What if there's a situation to wherein, there is love in the workplace, and, it just so happened that these two people fell in love, and that has happened.
Yeah. Look at Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. That happened to them.
What?
But they were on the same level.
Yeah. Right.
The hierarchy that's there, and I feel like that's the part where it's a myth.
Her and Kelli was like best friends when the show started. Those were the two new girls of the show, but now they're no longer a friend. So it's like, and it's about Kelli had stylists and Brit didn't have any stylists. Brit kept using Kelly's stylist, and Kelli is like, "Bro, get your own stylist." But then they're like, "Oh, Kelli asked her, you want to use my stylist, so how you gonna?" It's just a whole bunch of female drama. Like, they're saying that Kelli, the girl that had the original stylist, she's saying, "Hey, you can use mine," like gave her, like offered her,
and she went in.
And then she took advantage, like, "Bitch, you going too much now on my people. These my people, bitch. You need people, go get your own people."
Now, wait a minute. Is that wrong?
Boundary.
It's like you invited them to me, and now you're like, how you gonna take it back now after you invited? But in the same sense, it's like, if I need them and you're occupying them, go get your own. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's both ways. So it's hard for me to say which is which because it goes both ways. If I'm offering my stylist to you and you're overexerting my fucking stylist, bitch, give me my shit back. Like I'm paid for them. I brought them here. You ain't bring them here. I was just being kind. Like what? I tell you to your face, so it wouldn't even matter.
Did she have no look? Did she
It's
have no
the
look?
boundaries, man. Like you have to be clear about your boundaries.
Yeah,
I guess she didn't. I guess she didn't think that Brit was gonna overexert her usage of the stylists and glam team.
Yeah, because what about your look? Like, if they're using all of their looks, like the looks that they would have for you, they're using all the looks for her, and now you two come out looking like, or maybe they don't have nothing left for you. They came up with all of these like ideas, and you stepping on the gas, not getting your own, not saying, well, not even saying something like, because I know what I would do, because I would be like, hey, do you have your look picked out already for what you want to do? This, because it also is about like individuality of looks. Right. So if you was my friend and I was using your stylist, I want to know you got your shit together first. Right. And let me work. Maybe I'm gonna come to the table with my own ideas for my own shit. But not being like, yo, like hogging up all the looks, the time. Oh, we ain't got no more time left because we was with her today. What?
Yeah, it's going down. It's going down in Guyana. It's going down.
You better go to Target and get your clothes.
Okay.
And get your face beat at Mac.
Right.
Okay, that's their style. Target and Mac.
Help yourself. You too, girl. Stop playing.
A lot of people help them because they just don't care. There's a lot of selfishness. There's a lot of ego. There's a lot of selfishness.
I was gonna say.
A lot of I, me, my time, my this, my that. Quick story. We were going to do Soul Train, and we were in LA going to do Soul Train. We had a road manager. It's 4 girls, so we had to find a nail tech for 4 girls. But we also had a road manager, a female. She gonna ask me if it was okay to get her nails done before I get mine done. Because she got she got something else to do. No,
that's not my problem.
Honey, you're not going on stage. Why don't we give a shit? Yeah. I don't give a shit. I don't care what your nails look like, even though you're gonna see Don Cornelius. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. And then you sound like, you know what? Now you a BI. You're a bitch now.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You turn into a bitch. When you draw your boundaries as a female in this industry and be like, no. So when you say no, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
You know, the other girl, Kelli, would have been a bitch if she was like, no. You know what? She tried to rail her and be like, no. Oh, you're such a bitch. You don't want to share.
And I think that's what the falling out happened and occurred over the span of the episodes was like, oh, that's how you act because I spoke my piece that you also, okay, cool. And yeah.
I'm a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has anybody heard about the MENDEECEES and the MENDEECEES and what's the girl's name?
Yandy.
And Yandy and MENDEECEES is going through a rough time right now. And wow, the story keeps on unraveling. I mean, we heard that the girl, what's her name? Yandy went overseas to London and had a little rendezvous. And I guess if you're gonna do something like that, I guess you have to.
Go out with that bang. No place is safe anymore. No place is safe.
Go out with that bang, honey.
And not only that, supposedly her best friend. It was her best friend was the one that spilled it all.
Yeah.
The guy that she wasn't treating well, right? The guy that she wasn't treating well that started talking to her?
Yeah. Busy B or whatever his name is. Busy something. Yeah.
And I saw a clip today that was her. It was a video of her with the guy behind her, and she was just like, I should get in front of the story myself. So like she's trying to tell the story. guy was behind her. I thought it was so weird.
Yeah.
No, what happened was they're trying to use old clips. That was of a movie that she was doing. That's not something new. They're trying
Oh.
to pull up old clips to make it seem like that's him. That's not even him. Homie is dark
Okay.
skinned. They already
That's-
showed a picture of him. He's dark skinned and he has a English accent.
Ah, good.
Because
'Cause I was
Tasha K
like,
did an
wait a minute.
interview with him.
Down and dirty.
Yep.
Down and
I mean, hey, guess what? It is what it is because how we've been hearing nothing but MENDEECEES doing his thing every season after season. She trying to get him right. You're not gonna wear your ring. You're gonna girls in the strip club. You're talking to this, such, that. Girls coming forward every minute. Girl, don't worry. That was me. That was DMing you, girl. That was not MENDEECEES, girl. That was me, girl. That was the biggest flop of life. Like, how could you even say something like that?
No, let me tell you, MENDEECEES is hurt more.
But being
He'll
a
be all right.
more.
He'll be all
playing
right.
playing a victim
Yeah.
and being a pedestal
It's
is
like
crazy.
every other person. He'll be all right.
But all
That
crying
man
she's
is
going
crushed.
through. What about all the crying she's doing? Like it's
Exactly.
always the victim, the victim,
embarrassment.
the victim, the victim. She's the victim all the time. She's always looking like, but I'm too. But what about me? And to know you got that in your closet, you should just shut up. You don't need to be saying like, seeming like you're the victim, like he's victimizing you and he's not doing whatever. When you know you got that in your closet,
Mm-hmm.
you know you're doing
Yeah,
that.
she's definitely
you need
a
to, like,
little
bring it
liar
down.
too.
Bring it
She's
down.
definitely a little liar.
Mm. Mm-mm.
She
That's
definitely
just
is. I
that's
saw her.
crazy.
I was watching Love and Hip Hop since it first started, and she a liar.
That's the twist. This is a
She a
real
liar.
plot twist. This is the real plot twist.
Yeah, she's a liar. I'm not a big fan of Yandy, but I respect a lot of things that she does. She's very proactive. She does a whole lot, and I give her credit for that. But as far as like friendship wise, I feel like if you're not on the same caliber as her, she's gonna treat you like a minion.
Hey, look, I give her 3 weeks. After 3 weeks, MENDEECEES not coming back.
MENDEECEES already showing that he building a new house and all kinds. Man, stop playing, y'all. This for the new storyline. Stop playing, y'all.
Yo.
Love and Hip Hop airs July, whatever. Check it out.
We're going to circle back to the baby mama, the other girl, the one he bought the car.
That's
when
what he
she
really
gave
loved
birth.
now.
when he
That's
gave
what I
the car,
heard.
we're gonna circle back.
That's the one he really loved now. That's what I heard now.
Circle
That's what I
back.
heard now.
Hey, Guru, Sexy Red says, if a man cheats on you only twice in 9 years, girl, take that man back, she said. And Summer Walker agreed with her. 2 times is nothing, she said. What y'all think?
I don't even know, man. Like, I keep playing with my feelings. Like, I will. Like, stop playing. Go do what you want to do. Go live your life. Go away. Of course they're gonna cheat, right? Do we accept it? I guess that's the question. Do we say yeah?
Twice in 9 years. Twice in
know,
9
man,
years.
Listen, the way I feel.
Yeah, I agree because Summer Walker, she's had a lot of brokenheartedness in the like in the spotlight, right? So I think that she's coming from a broken place anyway. But yeah, cheating is never acceptable.
Right.
I know that it's easier for men because they don't attach the love to the sex, like because statistically, men that are in happy homes will still go out and cheat because they can. And so that blows my mind every time I hear it because it's like, why would you disrupt your happiness just to try something out? Like that, just like what?
And that's why I don't even know how to answer that. Like, how do you answer that? 2 times in 9 years. How do you answer that?
And not only that though, but this is all right. Look, I know it's coming from Sexy Red. But it's also coming from Sexy Red. Like, in other words, and this is coming from Summer Walker.
A person that has lip gloss named after a sexually transmitted disease. Exactly. We're taking relationship advice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I don't want nobody to give me off the rip. Like I feel like every relationship is different. And in your 9 years, if y'all made like, did you break up? Did you have a
Right.
rift? This. Like, but I'm not taking off the rip. You telling me like from now, like if your man over 9 years only cheats twice, like it's so much more involved in that. I
Mm-hmm.
think like what's
Mm-hmm.
going on in the relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and it could be a relationship for 9 years, and yeah, cheating happened. Maybe she cheated, like
Yeah,
maybe people just had
exactly.
a rift, right? In 2 years,
Yeah.
and 2 times in 9 years, based on what's the context? Because
Mm-hmm.
this don't have me be like, well, in 9 years your man should at least be able to cheat twice and you still good.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we're not getting a two cheat pass in 9 years. Every 9 years you got a two cheat pass.
Right.
No.
Like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I think it's too general. It's general. It's like how you giving
Yeah.
general information.
What's crazy is that there are a lot of women who think the way Sexy Red thinks in that regard, which is, different.
It's a self-esteem. It comes to your own self-esteem.
Yeah, it gotta be, because ain't no way, boy.
Because I know that we outnumber men out there, but find yourself the right one, because there's no way. Like,
And that's the
especially,
thing too.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you, but that's the thing. Like you're at this point, maybe not to, people like me and some others, like you're creme de la creme to these younger generation. You know what I mean? Like they look at you like, oh my God, Sexy Red. Oh my God, I love her music. Oh my God, girl, you are it. Why are you accepting any cheaters? Like what? What?
And have any of them ever been in a 9 year relationships? I don't think so.
No.
There aren't a lot of 9 year
You know,
relationships.
like, don't you got like a couple
Was
kids?
in a
in that
9 year
time?
relationship. So what are we talking about?
Yeah.
How do you pull that number out? You mean like in a 2 year relationship? You mean
Yeah,
like a
for real.
6 month situationship?
Yeah.
That's what you want to be saying.
Yeah.
But can we also agree that there aren't that many 9 year relationships to begin with?
Yeah, lately.
Mm.
People, yeah, it's
The women
We've
are starting to learn their worth.
You got 50, you got the people that celebrating 50 and 40 and 25, and then you got 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. There's no middle. Oh, being together 15 years, you got we still got the 40 year, 25 year, 30 year, and then 2 years, and then situationships, and
yeah, just a
there's
cute
no middle ground
little
anymore.
But can we be honest that basically if somebody says that they have been in a relationship for 10 years, nowadays that's like 30 for like our grandparents talk about their relationships that lasted 20-25 years. We can't even imagine like that type of thing right now. For somebody to say right now that they've been in a 9 year relationship with the same person is an absolute success at this point. I mean, at this point, it's like, yo, that's really saying something. The fact that nobody cheated, nobody went out, no.
I just can't have it off the rip telling me like in 9 years I should accept it twice without having
Yeah, like
I just can't take it off the rip. Like, tell me what happened. Like, we broke up, we was having issues, we was having problems. I kicked him out. He stayed at his friend's house. Like, okay, like, like I need to have something. Like, I had a baby and I kicked him out because I didn't like him, and whatever. He lost his job and this happened. Something. I need something.
Let me ask y'all a question, right? If you have an argument, you've been with this individual for the longest, you have an argument, right? And that person leaves for the night, even leaves for 24 hours, 48 hours. Are you going to think that that person cheated in that 48 hours? Like in other words, when you say get out, you're going to be like, nah, come back because I don't trust you.
Nah, ain't nobody doing that. Get out.
No.
Yeah.
If you're not that strong and in the first 24, 48 hours you need to be with somebody else, then you definitely not for me. Because come on now, that means you're weak-minded.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless of the sex of the person, you weak-minded.
That means as soon as your mind go idle, the only thing you can think about is sex. Read a book.
He's for the streets.
Point
Read a book.
Point taken. Absolutely.
All right, everybody. In case you were busy or you just don't know what the hell is going on, this is the Lady Guru Show news for you. In a recent court hearing, Portia Williams revealed she took on financial responsibilities for her estranged husband, Simon Gobadia, while he was held by ICE. She said, "Yes, I paid his child support for his 2 sons. I also paid maintenance for the house." Williams felt it was her duty despite their split. She also said, "I really got concerned being that Simon is still detained. I'm still married to him at the end of the day." She explained that one of Simon's former partners had reached out in anguish, prompting Williams to step in. "The mother had reached out to my assistant that said she was concerned when I had spoke to her, so I paid it." Williams said, okay. In other news, Empire star Brit Gray, Lord have mercy, charged with assault and battery. Bashir Gray, known for his role as Hakeem Lion on Empire, now faces new legal troubles. A misdemeanor count of assault and battery has been filed against the 31-year-old actor in Chesapeake, Virginia. Yikes. Court records show that the incident occurred on June 13, 2025, at a Homewood Suites hotel in Chesapeake. Gray allegedly engaged in a heated dispute with associate Dustin Chosen Wilkins. According to Wilkins, Gray charged him from behind with a vehicle during a confrontation. As I was explaining to him that he can't just leave without paying, adding, "You have enough problems. I am trying to save your life." He then charged towards me from around the car, charged into me with his shoulder, fighting me as I was recording. Virginia allows private individuals to file misdemeanor complaints directly with the magistrate. Upon review, a warrant was issued and Gray bonded out after being taken into custody on June 15th. Well, that was the in case you were busy or you just don't know what the hell is going on, Lady Guru Show news for you.
Well, okay, it's been a good show, everybody. For everybody out there, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hey, Gurus, this is the Lady Guru Show. And we are out of here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Malik Moore. Malik Moore. Thank you.
Watching while the beat keep knocking.
All right.